Chapter 3 Animal Fibers. You will learn about wool, silk. Introduction. In your previous class, we learned that fibers are spun into threads and threads are woven into fabrics. We have also learned that fibers are used to make clothes, ropes, carpets, sails of boats, etc. Based on their source, fibers can be classified into two types, artificial and natural. Artificial fibers are made by man using chemicals in factories or laboratories. Nylon, rayon, and polyester are some examples of artificial or synthetic fibers. We get natural fibers from plants and animals. Natural fibers can be further classified into plant fibers, cotton, jute, coir, etc. and animal fibers, wool and silk. You have already studied plant fibers in class 6. In this chapter, we will study about the two animal fibers, wool and silk. Wool. Wool is an animal fiber that is mainly obtained from the hair or fleece of sheep. Wool-yielding animals bears a lot of hair on their body. These hairs trap a lot of air, and as air is a poor conductor of heat, the animals feel warm in the cold weather. Hence, wool is used to make warm clothes suitable to wear in winters. Animals that yield wool. Wool is obtained from different animals like sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama and alpaca. The hair or wool of these animals is removed only once in a year at the beginning of summer season so that they can survive in hot weather, and by the time winter comes, the thick wool grows again on the body of these animals. Sheep. A sheep has two types of hair on its body, coarse beard hair and fine soft underhair close to the skin. The fibers for making wool are obtained from soft fine underhair of the sheep. The natural color of wool is generally creamy white, though some breeds of sheep produce wool having brown and grey colors. In India, sheep are reared in the hilly regions of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Telangana, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. Table 3.1 gives a list of some Indian breeds of sheep and some examples of products made from the wool obtained from these sheep. Table 3.1 Some Indian breeds of sheep. Name of breed: Marwari. Products made from the wool: carpets, coarse quality wool. State where found: Rajasthan. Patanwadi. Hosiery like socks and stockings, Gujarat. Bakharwal. Woolen shawls, Jammu and Kashmir. Lohi. Carpets, good quality wool, Punjab. Karna. Clothing, Kashmir. Around the world, sheep are reared in countries ranging from hard desert regions of Australia, Asia and Middle East to the cold countries of Northern Europe, Russia and Iceland. Goat. Goat hair is a good source of wool. The fur of Kashmiri goats is soft, which is woven into fine and high quality shawls known as pashmina shawls. Angora goat produce a shine fiber collect mohair. Mohair is used in scarves, winter hats, sweaters, coats and other fluffy accessories. Yak. Yaks have thick and long hair on the body. Yak wool is obtained from the yaks belonging to Tibet and Ladakh. Camel. Wool is also obtained from the hair of camel. It is very warm and is used to make quilts, gloves, mufflers and sweaters. Alpaca and llama. Alpaca and llama are found in South America. They belong to camel family. We get soft and durable wool from them. Angora rabbit. The Angora rabbit is famous for its fine, long, soft wool called Angora wool. Wool production. The process involved in wool production are as follows. Shearing. The process by which fleece is removed from an animal is called shearing. Machines similar to those used by barbers for shaving purposes are used for shearing. It is done manually using a razor and blade or shearing machines. Sheep are sheared annually, usually in early summer so that they do not feel the summer heat. Scouring. The process in which sheared fleece is washed properly with mild detergents and hot water in tanks to remove dirt, sweat, dust and grease is called scouring. It is done manually or by using machines. The cleaned and washed wool is then dried. Detergent. A cleaning agent that differs from soap, helps to remove dirt and grease. Sorting. In this process, the wool is sorted into sections according to length, color, texture and so on. This is called sorting. Carding and dyeing. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the fibers. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on woolen clothes. Carding is the process of combing in which fibers are passed through rollers for straightening the fibers into a thin sheet and removing small burrs. Although the natural color of the fleece of sheep and goat is creamy white or brown, the wool can be artificially dyed in various colors. It can also be dyed after spinning. Spinning. The long woolen fibers are spun or twisted into thick yarn called wool, which is used to make clothes, quilts and many other things. The quality of woolen cloth depends on the breed of sheep from which wool is obtained. Occupational hazards. The risk faced by people working in any industry due to the nature of their work are called occupational hazards. The people who worked as sorters, separating the fleece of sheep into fibers of different qualities in the wool industry, sometimes get infected by the anthrax bacteria, which causes a dreadful blood disease called sorter's disease. This disease spread to humans through injected wool of contaminated sheep. Sorter's disease is an occupational hazard. Properties of wool. Wool absorbs more water than any other fiber. It is a heat insulator as it can trap a large amount of air. It is lightweight, can be easily dyed without loss of strength. It can be bear a great pull without breaking. It resists wrinkles and has the ability to retain shape. Silk. Silk is a very fine, soft and shining animal fiber derived from silkworm of a silk moth. It is made from two proteins, sericin and fibroin. A silk fiber is very strong and long. It is an expensive fiber originally used only by the royal families and nobles. Life cycle of a silk moth. The silk moth has many stages in its life cycle. A female silk moth lays about 500 eggs on the green leaves of mulberry tree. When the eggs hatch, a caterpillar crawls out. This is called silkworm or larva. The silkworm feeds voraciously on leaves of mulberry tree and grow in size for about 6 weeks. A silkworm bears 2 salivary glands on its head. At the end of this period, it secretes silk in liquid form through these glands which solidize on exposure to air. This is called silk fiber. Over the next few days, the silkworm moves its head from side to side in the form of figure of 8 and covers itself completely by silk fibers. This covering is a cocoon in which the silkworm continues to develop and is called a pupa. Cocoon with the worm inside is also called the pupa stage. After a few weeks, the cocoon splits up and an adult silk moth comes out. The adult female silk moth then lays more eggs. In this way, the life cycle of silk moth is completed. Production of silk. The silk fiber is obtained from the cocoons of the silk moth. Raising silkworms for silk production is called sericulture. The most commonly raised silkworm is Bombyx mori or mulberry silkworm, which feeds on mulberry leaves. From silk moth to silk. The silk fiber is obtained from the silk moths in the following steps. Healthy female moths are chosen to lay eggs. The eggs are given enough warmth and humidity to ensure that they hatch into larvae. After hatching, the larvae are fed on finely chopped mulberry leaves. After around 6 weeks, they stop eating and start spinning silk fiber around themselves. A few twigs or shrubs are placed in the rearing houses. The worms climb these twigs to spin cocoons. As soon as the cocoons are ready, they are gathered and placed in boiling water. This kills the worms inside the cocoon. This also softens the cocoon so that fiber can be separated easily. The fiber is then unwound from the cocoon. The process of unwinding the silk fibers on a frame from heated cocoons is called reeling. This done with the help of machines. As the fiber from a single cocoon is too fine for use, the fibers from 4 to 10 cocoons are rolled together to produce a thread. The resulting thread is called raw silk. The raw silk is twisted and spun into silk yarn for weaving purposes. Types of silk. The silk produced by the silkworms of different varieties of silk moths is different in texture. Some of the varieties of silk are mulberry silk, tussar silk, muga silk and eri silk. These silks are obtained from cocoons by the silkworms of different types of silk moths. Mulberry silk. Mulberry silk is the most popular type of silk and is produced by the larva of Bombyx mori. It contributes to 95% of the world production. This silk is smooth, soft, lustrous and can be dyed in beautiful colors. The major mulberry silk producing states are Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Jammu and Kashmir. Tussar silk. Tussar silk, also known as kosa silk, is produced from larva of moth Antheria. It is coarser and stronger, making it more favorable in some applications. It is produced in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. Muga silk. This silk is known for its extreme durability and has a natural yellowish golden tint with a glossy texture. It is produced from larvae of Antheria smensis. It is found in Assam where 99% of its production occurs. It is never bleached or dyed. Eri silk. It is produced from the larva of Samia ricini found in northeast India. It feeds on castor plants. The silk is coarse, fine, strong, durable and dense. It is also popularly known as non-violent silk as obtained by not killing any animal. Health hazards in the silk industry. People employed in almost all processes of the sericulture industry are adversely affected by a number of diseases. Respiratory diseases. Inhalation of the vapors arising from cocoons undergoing steaming, cooking and reeling causes respiratory diseases like asthma and bronchitis. Skin infections. Workers have to boil the cocoons in hot water to kill the worms. As a result, workers have to check cocoons to see whether the silk fiber has loosened enough for reeling by putting their hands in boiling water. This can cause the skin to blister and peel off and can lead to skin infections. The diseases mentioned above are also occupational hazards. Properties of silk. Silk is marked by the following properties. Strongest natural fiber available, highly elastic and can be stretched into 20% of its original length before breaking. Fabrics made from silk are comfortable in the summer and warm in the winter, retain their shape and resist wrinkling, soft and light in weight. Natural silk versus artificial silk. Silk is an expensive fabric. Humans have developed cheaper fabrics in laboratories using chemicals that look and feel like silk. How will you differentiate between natural silk and artificial silk? For this, take a small piece of natural silk fabric and another piece of artificial silk fabric. Now, burn both the fabrics separately and observe the smell produced. You will notice that natural silk smells like burning hair. However, artificial silk smells like burning paper or leaves. You will also notice that natural silk burns slowly whereas artificial silk burns quickly. Just like silk, wool is also made up of proteins, so a piece of woolen fabric also burns, giving the smell of burning hair. Key terms. Shearing, process of removal of fleece from a sheep or other animals. Scouring, washing fleece in tanks or machines to remove dirt, germs, etc. Cocoon, the silky covering that surrounds a larva in the pupa stage. Sericulture, the process of raising of silkworms for the production of raw silk. Reeling, the process of unwinding of silk fiber from the heated silk cocoons on frame. Quick recap. Wool and silk are animal fibers. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, camel, llama, yak, alpaca and Angora rabbit. The production of wool involves processes such as shearing, scouring, sorting, carding, dyeing and spinning. The quality of wool depends upon the breed of the sheep. Sorters in the wool industry are highly prone to get infected by anthrax bacteria, which can cause a serious blood disease. Silk is soft and shining animal fiber, which we get from the cocoons of silkworms. The raising of silkworms for production of raw silk is called sericulture. Various varieties of silk are obtained from various types of silk moth. People working in the silk industry are prone to getting respiratory diseases and skin infections.
Chapter 4.
Heat, flow and temperature. You will learn about